What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Stock Holiday, right back at you again with the latest and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Do me a quick favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Now let's talk about it. Another weekend in the world of cryptocurrency. Come on, tap in, y'all. Let me know how the audio sounds today. We have a very interesting video in store. We're going to be talking about, is it time to sell crypto? Some of the things that we've been seeing, some of the people are wondering, you know what? Is it time for us to start selling crypto? What is the cryptocurrency market doing? There's a lot of uncertainty in the cryptocurrency market. People are scared about what is going on, not knowing what to expect. Bugatti, what is going on with you, man? Bugatti said its audio sounds decent. He say, "What up, my brother? Where you been at, man? I've been laying low because it's been kind of quiet. So I kind of been out the way, just kicking back because these are the times when we really need to relax. We really need to kick back and just do something different besides the cryptocurrency search, the cryptocurrency march. Sometimes you have to really just relax and let things take its course. But we have a very interesting video. We're going to be taking a look at some of the people's sentiments. People are talking about it might be time to sell crypto. Some people are saying that crypto is doomed. We're getting ready to go to places that we really don't want to see. He said, "What up with Zbeck? We're going to go parabolic." Hey, Zbeck network is a hot topic. A lot of people have been talking about Zbeck network. So we're definitely going to see what the heck is going on with Zbeck network. Trying to learn how to use these new tools, man. It got me hooked up. So I'm trying to learn how to use these new tools. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, let's see. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So you take a look at the market right now today. Bitcoin is still holding fairly strong. We in the $70,000 range with $70,390. We typically know on the weekends Bitcoin can sometimes get trashed and destroyed, but we're holding strong today. But there's still a lot of nervousness out there in the cryptocurrency space. People are wondering what direction should they be going in? Should they be selling right now? Should they be buying? Is this the levels of the quote unquote dips that we should be paying attention to, or maybe we should be buying? Should I buy now? And if I don't buy now and the market shoot up, will I be late? Who else we got rocking with us? Martin Gomezism. He say, let's get this coming out of the White House so we can get paid. Man, a lot of people are having that same sentiment. They are wondering what type of moves will we make when there is a new administration in place. So we got a few more years before the presidential administrations get changed. So this is just something that we got to deal with. We voted this office in, so we have to let it take its course. That's why I say 2028, 2029, are we still playing the long game? Not really worried about these short-term moves, but are we really focused on the long game? So I got a video that I want to share with you guys from the brother Virtual Bacons. Make sure you guys follow him. But he was reacting to folks who were speaking bad on cryptocurrency because, whenever the cryptocurrency markets are getting destroyed, whenever we're in a bear market in particular, everybody's talking bad on cryptocurrency. It is easy to talk bad on cryptocurrency when we're in a bear market. But when the market's bullish, we're at $100,000, $126,000. There was not a bad word spoken on cryptocurrency, not a bad word spoken on Bitcoin. But soon, as we get into this bear market, then all of the folks start attacking cryptocurrency, start talking about how bad cryptocurrency is. So let's go ahead and get into this brother's video. He is reacting to a lot of the naysayers that is saying cryptocurrency is doomed. So let's see what this young man is talking about.
Okay, he just keeps making weird comparisons. It doesn't make any sense. That's pretty silly. Another dumb point. So last week, a ton of people tagged me in this viral anti-crypto video. Now, I haven't seen it yet, but I felt it was worth reacting to considering just how much traction it's getting. As an early Bitcoin investor and someone who's been actively trading all types of cryptos since 2017, I know that content like this always comes out whenever the crypto prices are down, so I am wondering if this video will be the same recycled talking points or if it will actually...
And he's right. Whenever we are in a bear market, these are the talking points. This is what people are discussing. People start to bring out all the negative narratives whenever the market is dipping down.
be a balanced video with some new criticism. So let's get into it.
Since its all-time high in October of last year, Bitcoin and all other major cryptocurrencies have halved in value. The collective market capitalization of these tokens fell from $4.4 trillion to just under $2.2 trillion as of the time this video is posted. And these numbers alone don't even tell the full story because, well...
So right there, this is what I was talking about. Most of the videos that people make trashing crypto only come out during the bear markets when prices are down. But even just this chart alone, you see it dates from March 2025 until March 2026. But if you zoom out 2 years before that, the chart will be up. So the total crypto market cap has been up multiple times, and it's still up higher than the numbers we've had in...
You know, it's always important to zoom out. Always important to zoom out. You can zoom out the Bitcoin chart and you can see that this thing has always ran the same course, whether we want to call it the 4-year cycle, but we've always seen Bitcoin make new highs, new all-time highs. So this is just a cycle. These are some trends that we have been seeing since day one of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency.
2023. So this argument is only convenient when prices are down in the short term, which it hasn't even been down that much. It's only been 5-6 months.
And these numbers alone don't even tell the full story because, well, the US dollar has also been falling, which has made things look better than they really are. If crypto was meant to be a currency, the majors have lost almost 50% of their purchasing power within the last month alone, putting them close to the technical definition of hyperinflation.
Well, that's kind of a crazy point to say because the only thing that crypto has in similarity to a currency, it's the name. It's cryptocurrency. This is the original name, but nobody uses crypto as a currency today.
And that is a interesting point. You know, it's called cryptocurrency. It is expected to be used as a currency, but like the young man said, nobody is using crypto as a currency today. Nobody is going to work using cryptocurrency as a currency, doing transactions, monetary transactions, or anything like that. So that is, but like I say, this is just the early adoption stage. I believe that we're still early to the party before cryptocurrency really becomes into full adoption stage as far as being utilized and used as a true currency, stated the name cryptocurrency.
At least not in these volatile coins. Bitcoin is not being used as a currency. Nobody pays in Bitcoin. If you use crypto at all for payment, you know people pay in stablecoins. Lots of people pay in USDT Tether in outside of North America or places that they don't really have good central banking, or there are people who pay with USDC just with within North America. But nobody pays with Bitcoin anymore. It's not cost effective. So it's not a currency, and you can't compare the movements of a asset to the stability of a actual fiat currency. It doesn't make any sense, and to say that that's hyperinflation because
Christopher, what's going on, brother? He say no altcoin season equal the Trump effect. Well, a lot of people are blaming Donald Trump on the fact that we didn't have an altcoin season in 2025. So I get it. I really get it. Who else we got? Ashley Dragon, what is going on with you? Ashley Dragon say Bitcoin is at the stage of the creation of the internet of 1996. People heard of it, but they didn't use it yet. And that is absolutely right. People have heard of Bitcoin, heard of cryptocurrency, but people are not using it yet because the utility stage and also the adoption stage is not fully developed yet. This thing is a brand new asset. We're very early. This is a brand new baby.
At the same time that Bitcoin has gone down in price, Bitcoin has also been going up from 2023 until 2025. It did about a 7x return. So no other currency can ever do that. Doesn't make any sense.
If it was meant to be a store of value, then this time last year, 1 Bitcoin could buy 32 ounces of gold. Today, it can buy less than 12 ounces.
Okay, he just keeps making weird comparisons. Yes, so Bitcoin, its main purpose today, as people understood, is as a store of value. But it's a store of value compared against the dollar. And here he's comparing it against gold. Now, gold is the 1,000-year-old long store of value. So for something to outperform gold, first of all, it's pretty difficult. And second, gold has been on a historic bull run for the last 2 years. It's been up, 4x now since 2023. So that's one thing. Number two.
Yeah, like they say, typically after the gold and silver have their bull run, have their run up, then after that, market dies down. Then crypto will start to recover. Then crypto, the cycle repeats, and crypto will start to shoot back up and outperform the silver and gold. So these are cycles that we have seen repeat themselves for years. This is nothing new.
When you look at the actual chart of Bitcoin compared to gold, okay, so here's the price of gold overlaid on top of the price of Bitcoin. The blue is gold, the black is Bitcoin. Since November 2022, the two have been going up together pretty much in the same fashion. And gold went from 1,600 to about 4,300. So it did about a 3x return, less than 3x, 2.8x in 2 years. In that same period, Bitcoin went from 16,000 to 125,000. So that was just over 7x returns. So again, the price comparison here is quite nitpicking because
there's a big difference, and that is really something to pay attention to. How many multipliers Bitcoin run laps around gold. Even though gold has been around for years, but you look at the market cap of gold, it is very high and strong in comparison to Bitcoin. You're talking about $35-36 trillion market cap compared to barely maybe $1.5 trillion market cap for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is very new. We are playing the long game. Nobody is in a rush. Nobody is worried about next month. Nobody's worried about next quarter. Being patient, worrying about the long game is what we're focusing on right now. And why? Look at the charts. Look at what these charts were saying. If you were in the market back in 2022 and was just holding, being patient, great multipliers.
Well, the two have both acted as store of value for 2 years, up until the point where the Bitcoin bull market ended in October of last year. And then for the last 5 months, gold kept going up, Bitcoin went down. But you can say the same thing. Hey, Bitcoin acted as a better store of value than gold from November 2022 until October 2025 because it went up much faster than gold. Why didn't he make that argument before? But now all of a
Yeah, that's true. You know, there's a lot of arguments that can be made, a lot of talking points. Let's go ahead and get to this other segment that I found that was pretty interesting.
cost enough sell pressure on the price of Bitcoin. It's a very small percentage of it.
A big positive indication to a lot of early investors was that obviously
And we all know about Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, his involvement in cryptocurrency over the past cycle, just buying up loads and loads of Bitcoin.
Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies were going to be huge because it was clear how much governments and the financial powers were pushing back against it. For people with actual anti-establishment political motivations, crypto promised a way around that system. And for almost everybody else, it became a promise of what it could become when these opposing forces got on the right side of history.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I think most of the plot armor that Bitcoin and crypto had is playing out as we speak, but not in the best.
And everybody remember the Bitcoin convention. Remember the Bitcoin convention of last year, of the last cycle, when Donald Trump came out and was talking about how he was going to be the pro cryptocurrency president. He was going to do so many things for cryptocurrency. Everybody fell into it, and look at where we're at now. We're seeing the markets have a little bit of issues. We saw how 2025 played out with altcoin season, with the so-called Bitcoin bull market that was supposed to, or we were expecting to occur in 2025. The market did decent. It didn't do as we expected. So now we are here in 2026, and now we are having to deal with this bear market. Not surprised that the bear market is here right now. This is kind of what is supposed to be happening, but I think what happened was 2025 caught everybody off guard. So if you take a look at the markets right now, you take a look at Bitcoin. Currently, we $70,000, $70,414. The market is down from where we were because we know we hit an all-time high in 2025. So the fact that we are sitting here at $70,000, I think this is normal. I think this is to be expected. Nobody should really be surprised by what Bitcoin is doing right now. Now, when you talk about altcoins, altcoins is a different matter. Altcoins is a different animal. Nevertheless, we're going to continue to pay attention to Bitcoin because we know Bitcoin moves the needle of altcoins, and moves the needle of the entire cryptocurrency market. So take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. The Fear and Greed Index right now is sitting at 32. That is a very important note, in my opinion. We did see extreme fear last month. We saw it get to 14. That was very interesting. What we got up in here? Corey Drums, what is going on with you, brother? Philip Truzant, what's going on with you, man? Ashley Dragon, what's good? What you said could have been a lot worse. 70K is a good spot to accumulate. I agree. I agree that $70,000 is a solid, strong position. Like you say, last month we were at extreme fear. We saw it get to 14. And in February 5th, 2026, we know that's when we saw the market dip down all the way to $60,000. We got to extreme fear of 5. That's an all-time low. We have never in the history of cryptocurrency seen extreme fear get to 5. Now we go back to 2025. The all-time high for 2025 was 76. The Fear and Greed Index got to 76, which was greed. Caught a lot of people off guard. I think some folks were looking for extreme greed. It didn't hit extreme greed. So 2025 was so tricky. It really needs to be studied because there's a lot of things that we could say about 2025 and what transpired. Corey Drum say, I just came out of surgery to sell my kidney. Hey, this is the market that we're in, man. You see these levels, these are accumulation levels. People are selling kidneys. People are selling alternators. People selling copper, aluminum cans, CRV, all that stuff, man. So I get it. Corey Drum say, spread the funds across Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. I like Bitcoin Cash. I got skin in the game in Bitcoin. I got skin in the game in Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash and Chainlink, amongst the host of other altcoins that I am going to hold and watch how the market plays out. Like I say, this is the long game that we're playing right now. We're not worried about next month. We're not worried about next quarter. This is the long game. This is 2026. We know the next Bitcoin halving is in 2028. So I'm trying to have a bird's eye view and focus on what if the future plays out like the previous cycles have played themselves out. So this, in my opinion, this is one of the most critical points in the cycle of Bitcoin. After Bitcoin hit its euphoria stage, which we saw in October 2025, after that, somewhere after that, is where you want to really start sinking your teeth into this market. After that is where you really want to start planting your feet and establishing your position in preparation for the next blow off top cycle. Whether it happens in 2028, whether it happens in 2029, we must be prepared for the next movements. Let me go ahead and get this out the way. This is not financial advice. Anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell any crypto. This video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. Before investing into anything, please consult with a professional financial advisor. So Bitcoin is moving around right now. You take a look at the performance today. You take a look at some of the performances today. There's a lot of new coins that is in the top 100. You got coins like River is up 21% today. DEXE, there's a lot of coins that I have not studied, don't have any information on, but this cycle is very different. Every cycle is different. Every cycle has a new host of coins that appear in the top 100. Morpho was not around the last cycle. Hyperliquid was not around the last cycle. We know World Liberty Finance is Donald Trump's coin. Of course, that was not around during this last cycle. So a lot of these new coins really make me question what the heck is going on. What are these coins all about, and what are the plans for these coins? What are the reasoning for these coins? What's the purpose of these coins, most importantly? Take a look at all these coins. These coins were not around during the previous cycle. Aave was, Quant was, of course, Solana, Ethereum, Tau was around, Atom, Cosmo, yes, but just coin was not around. Pump Fund coin, we all know Pump Fund coin was not around. So, excuse me. So why? What are the purpose for these new coins? That is where a lot of folks start to question cryptocurrency. That is where people say, you know what? It is not making sense. What is the reason? So that's why there's so much uncertainty in the market. That's why there's so many folks saying, why this, why that? See who else we got rocking with us on this wonderful Saturday afternoon live show. Coffee and relaxing say, I have no fear, only greed. Interesting comment. You got no fear, only greed. I get it. Because at this particular point in the cycle, the markets are very low. So when the markets are low and everybody is filled with fear, Warren Buffett would tell you quick, you need to have some sort of greed in you. When everybody is nervous, you need to have some sort of greed in you. Let's take a look at this coin and see what the heck this coin is all about. River. What is River all about? And what has River been doing? What's going on with River? Let's take a look. Over the past year, over the past month, over the past week, 24 hours. Okay. 24 hours. You take a look at this coin. This coin is up 21%. It's at $25. Market cap, $502 million market cap. How long has this coin been around? Okay, brand new coin. Came out September 2025. Came out at $2.30. Now it is at $25. That's a 10x if you had known about it early, which is rare that people know about these coins early. The developers, these guys get in early with their crew and they run these coins up. $2.30, 2025, September, and this doggone thing popped. January 2026, a couple of months ago, $85. Wow, this thing run up to $85. But like I say, when these coins run up, that's why it's so important to sell. Don't worry about holding on for dear life. Don't worry about holding these coins forever. When these coins start to pump, when these coins start to run, like if you had got in early, even early 2026, if you had got in January 2026 at $15 and you saw this joker start to run, and start to look like it's going to go parabolic and like it was going to go up forever, profit taking is a must. We've learned the lesson. That thing went up to 60 bucks. Boom. A lot of people start to sell. Came back down to $38. Then what happened? People saw that dip. They said, let me get in. Ran it back up. 85, 90 bucks. People really start to take profits then, and it came smashing and crashing down to $14. I'm talking about in 1, 2, or 3 days. It went from $85 to $14. So these are the tools. These are the important points that we must pay attention to in cryptocurrency. Profit taking. If you didn't learn anything else from the year of 2025, profit taking was the best lesson for us all. Some folks thought it was going to go up forever. A lot of us thought it was going to continue to go up through Q4 of 2025, but it didn't. It was topped and capped in October of 2025. We thought it was going to recover. We saw the October 10th crash. That happened. We had a little bit of a recovery. We thought it was going to recover forever. Thought it was going to recover better, rather. We thought November would be great. We thought December 2025 would be great. Come to find out that the market had topped out October 6, 2025. Nobody had a crystal ball. Nobody predicted it. I'm talking about even your best technical analysis folks. I'm talking about people who got all the charts, all the colors, all the predictions, did not predict $126,000 as the top. Maybe one person, two persons out of 20,000, 10,000 people. So always take the lessons that we learn and apply them going forward. Let's see what else we got. Ashley Dragon say, there will be some aggressive buyers to pass through at 58,000 through 63,000 markup if we do go down lower. So I wouldn't wait for lower prices. Just buy spot wherever the next months. Yeah, that's a great point. You just don't want to try to play chicken forever. You don't really want to play with the timing of the market so much because we do know that we are in the area. We're definitely in the area, near the area of the bottom, but don't know exactly where it is. So you don't really want to play around with it too much. Over the past month, like I say, the month of March, we started off about $67,000 the month of March. Now we're at $70,000, so we are green for the most part. It's been a long time since we've seen some green days, seen some green months, most importantly. Coming off of 5 straight months of red, of downward days, so the market is exhausted. Cryptocurrency investors are exhausted. People are tired. People are fed up with the market and the way the markets have been moving. Every little pump we get, we did see the market pump up. What did we hit? 70? What did we hit? 73,000 or something like that? Well, we hit 70. We hit 75K. We hit $75,000 a few days ago, March 16th. And as you can see, boom, we hit down to $68,000 March 19th. So understand that the market, we're not in a bear market. We are not in a bear market, so don't expect to see bear market things. Don't fool yourself. Don't get it twisted. Understand and be real with yourself. Keep things realistic. Don't overestimate what should be happening. Don't psychoanalyze this thing, or just say paralysis of analysis. You got to be careful. Like you say, Stock, where you been? I've been chilling. Man, it's summertime outside. The sun is beaming. Been kicking it, enjoying life. My portfolio is solid. It's positioned. I'm not worried about this month, next quarter. Riding this thing all the way through the next cycle. Riding it through the next cycle. Now, if I do get have a coin, and that coin does start to do something similar to what we just seen a River coin do, then I will be taking profits on that particular coin. But overall, I'm not tripping. I'm not panicking at all. dollar cost averaging in where needed, accumulating where necessary. If we do see another drastic market dip, another drastic market slide, then I will be prepared to have some dollar cost averaging movements. XRP, what is going on with XRP? XRP was once labeled a stable coin. XRP held 50 cents for such a long period of time. We know it topped off the top of the last cycle at $1.65. Bear market of 2022 came, XRP 34 cents. 2022, I'm talking about sideways action. 2-3 years. All the way to the year of the Bitcoin halving. November, October of 2024, 50 cents. We know what happened in November 2024. We understand the presidential election came November 2024. Every year or every 4 years, we have the presidential election. And during that particular period, we see the market spike. I mean, the markets went so parabolic in November, December of 2024. After the presidential election, people thought we were going to have a doggone super cycle in 2025. We said, well, damn, if it could do exponential gains like this, the year of the Bitcoin halving, during the presidential election, we got the pro-cryptocurrency administration in position. 2025 should be a cakewalk. 2025, we should all get, I can't say the word because YouTube might tag me, but we should all get RECH for bad spelling. We thought we were all going to get RECH. But what happened? I think we all know what happened. Ultimately, we did get wrecked. We didn't get RECH, but it was a lesson learned to see how things started off so bullish. Presidential election, XRP went from 50 cents and spiked all the way up to $3.50. I'm talking about explosive pumps. I say, damn, if XRP could do this, we saw some other altcoins do that too. I'm talking about XCN was going parabolic during that time. Turbo Coin. That might have been our damn altcoin season. Now looking back on it, Craig Beach, what's going on with you, my brother? We may have had a 30-day altcoin season run during the presidential election. Markets was pumping November, December of 2024. So we were assuming that 2025 was going to be nothing less than magnificent. And we all know how 2025 played itself out. So now we're here. We're at $70,000 Bitcoin. Most recently coming off of the nasty dip from February 2nd when we seen Bitcoin crash all the way down to $60,000. We saw panic in the market. A lot of uncertainty still looms over the market to this day. Retail investors are done to this day for now. People on the sidelines paying attention, peeking in, seeing what the market is doing every day. So this is just a long game that we're playing right now. Excuse me, not certain of what's going to take place this summer of 2026, not knowing what's going to take place when the Clarity Act comes, not knowing what's going to take place when we get the new Fed chairman in position. But these are all things that could send the market into another volatile shake. And when I say volatile shake, it don't always have to mean down. Just because everybody's thinking that, okay, this is the bear market, things are supposed to go down. Remember, when everybody typically thinks the same thing, we've seen what cryptocurrency will do and can do. So definitely just needing to stay as patient as we can. It is hard to do. Ethereum, will Ethereum wake up? We know Ethereum can at any particular time start to spike. You take a look at the Bitcoin dominance right now. The Bitcoin dominance is 58.3%, almost 57%. Ethereum dominance 10.7%. When will you gain hope in the Ethereum? When your confidence get back to a good level for Ethereum? Right now, the Ethereum dominance is at 10.7. You're going to wait till Ethereum dominance get to 12 before you regain hope into Ethereum? Ethereum is still the number 2 largest coin in the world next to Bitcoin. We're talking about $259 billion market cap. We're talking about the top layer 1 coin around. Most coins are built on the Ethereum blockchain. Levon Lawrence, what is going on with you, brother? Happy Saturday to you. But at any particular time, Ethereum can spike. We've seen it before. So I will not miss this spike in Ethereum. We can go back to 2020, $230 Ethereum, and we know what it did in 2021. Had some great moves, $3,700. We could even go back here. Bottom of the bear market, June 2022, $1,000 Ethereum. And then boom, August 2022, almost $2,000. So Ethereum can pump at any particular moment. 2024, we were at $2,300. Everybody was ticked off at Ethereum. How come Ethereum is not making new all-time highs? Ethereum started to run. End of 2024, almost $4,000 for Ethereum. So I'm still bullish on Ethereum. You take a look at the Ethereum charts. It has been running in a similar cycle since its inception, 2015. So Ethereum been around for a while. We're talking about 11 years. So this thing is not going anywhere. After 11 years, it is still standing tall. It is still the number 2 largest cryptocurrency coin in the world. Attorney Michael say, man, I know y'all love Bitcoin. I know y'all love cryptocurrency, but buy gold. Make sure you got some gold in your portfolio. Shouts out to the attorney. We've seen the power and importance of gold and silver. We've seen the volatility of both gold and silver. Gold plays like Bitcoin. Silver plays like altcoins. Silver is a lot more volatile than gold, as we can see most recently. So that's why I say always take a look at their history. Take a look at the previous charts. That is how you can learn and know how to move forward accordingly. These are serious points. These are serious lessons that we're learning. Most people are not talking about economics. Most people are not talking about investing. You look at all the other stuff on the internet, people are talking about goofy stuff, drama. The attorney said, I dumped my crypto, which is far more volatile. And with collapse of fiat currency, central banks are buying gold. I've seen a lot of people do that. A lot of people have segued from cryptocurrency to the raw minerals, to gold and silver. Even platinum has been performing well. Attorneys say, come on my show sometime, dude. Send me the link, man. Send me the invite. I'm always down to come and chat with other folks in the community, whether we're talking about gold, silver, education, finance, crypto. Hit my link, man. You got access to me. Ethereum and Tron are good ways to buy gold. I know one thing. We've been looking at the various cycles, and we've been seeing the cycles kind of repeat themselves. Especially Bitcoin. That's why I hear a lot of folks are saying, you know what, Coach? I'm just really going to focus on Bitcoin. I'm not really going to focus on altcoins too much. Well, you take a look at Bitcoin. I'm talking about cycles. That's why understanding the 4-year cycle is so important. Take your own Dogecoin. That's why the 4-year cycle is very important. If you understand the 4-year cycle of Bitcoin, you will see the characteristics and you will see the movements and the consistency of how the Bitcoin 4-year cycle repeats. We know 4 years, we're going to have the Bitcoin halving every 4 years. We can go back, we can look at we could run the tapes. We can run the tapes. You go back, Bitcoin halving of 2016. I think that's when Donald Trump was first president, 2016, right? In any case, Bitcoin was $400, 2016. The year after the Bitcoin halving, we always see the markets go parabolic. That's why people like to get in before the year after the Bitcoin halving. So 2016, we were $400, $500. 2017, the market high went to $19,000. So you're talking about, shoot, that's like a 38x. It's like a 38x for Bitcoin. Every cycle, we have diminishing returns. The cycles, multipliers get lower and lower as far as the amount that Bitcoin multiplies. So 2016 to 2017, Bitcoin did like a 38x. And you can go back to all the other cycles. That's why it's so important to do your own homework, do your own due diligence. You can go from 2016 Bitcoin halving, 2020 Bitcoin halving. We know 2020. What was the lowest point of 2020? Lowest point of 2020, I think, may have been 5,000. Let's see, that dip, that COVID dip, $5,000. 2020 COVID-19 dip, March 2020 COVID-19 dip was $5,000. And we all know what happened in 2021, the year after the 2020 Bitcoin halving. Went from $5,000 to $70,000. That's a 35x. So what should we be expecting the 2024 Bitcoin halving? The 2024 Bitcoin halving is where things went off the rail. Is where things started to move differently. What happened in January 2024? Spot Bitcoin ETFs. Soon as spot Bitcoin ETFs happened, all bets were off the table. Katie by the door. Large institutions, governments, big money, big whales are in the house. Whenever your water gets splashed, things start to change. Things start to move, and that is exactly what we saw. We saw a lot of movement in the cryptocurrency markets. That's when we started to say, oh, things are starting to change. Things are starting to look different. Let's see what the attorney's talking about. The attorney said, yeah, we can use digital tools to buy stuff, but they're not intrinsic assets, not yet. Arcade says, focused on Bitcoin. We got to hit the 200 MA drop before we go up. That's why I say this is a patience thing. We're not worrying about the immediate. We are zoomed out playing the long game. Attorney saying, once it drops to $20,000, I will buy back in. We all know that the Fed is raising rates, which will destroy risk on assets like Bitcoin. I don't think we're going to see a $20,000 Bitcoin again. If we do, our arcade say it will only fall to 50,049K. He said we're moving to El Salvador. So yeah, in that country it has value. So yeah, have some for sure. I appreciate your point of view, but the interest of on our national debt exceeds the United States defense budget. This means the Fed will raise and try. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what the Feds do. We're going to have a new Fed chair, so it's going to be interesting. Peter Morton, 1888, what is going on with you, my boy? Peter Morton said, yeah, South Tower, brother, you heard the ETF news and the big ZBEC news. There's been a lot of news on a lot of these altcoins. Tau, ZBEC network, a lot of news on a lot of these coins. So we're just going to see how these things play out. We're going to pay attention to the news. We're going to pay attention to the headlines and see how it plays out accordingly. Headlines, news, is it a buy the rumor, sell the news type issue situation? We will see. Who else we got? James Soderton, what is going on? He said we're doomed to $50,000. Well, right now we're $70,000. So if we were to see the market dip down to $50,000, those will be great buying opportunities for a lot of people. So, like I say, these are interesting times right now. These are great moments for those who are in the market and those who are not in the market. Some folks are on the sideline. They sold out of Bitcoin, $100,000. They're in good position right now. They have great dry powder on the side to accumulate if they choose to do so. So we're definitely going to see how it plays out. He say, look at the heat map. Market makers going to flush longs and drop. Man, all these longs and shorts and longs, it's like they're just continuing to flush these positions out. 1 minute they're flushing out the longs. The next minute they're flushing out the shorts. So it's just real interesting to see how all of these things play themselves out. Still early, in my opinion. You know, we still pretty much at the beginning of the bear market, or maybe not the beginning. Ooh, man, you ain't lying. But he said, I fear for our children. Man, you ain't lying. I mean, this society has changed. The world has changed. It started to change before COVID-19. But during COVID-19, I think humanity definitely changed. So that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother discussion, man. We can have a podcast about that and talk about some of the changes that took place, some of the things that we've seen. You know, things are different, man. Things are different. The world has changed for sure. But like I said, we still got an opportunity. All we got to do is get it right once. We get it right once, and I think that we will be okay. You know, it's a tough market to try to pinpoint. It's a tough to try to time the doggone market. Not going to be able to time the market, that's for sure. Definitely not going to be able to time the market. Hold on, let's see what we got. See what we got going on here. What we got? Where we at? But I know a lot of people are very bullish on ZBET Network. A lot of people are very bullish on he said Tron is actually used in India and Asia. It has use value unlike Bitcoin. Let's see, where in the heck? How come I can't find? Visibility. Public. ZBet partner with Stellar XLM. That's a good partnership. I gotta get caught up on ZBet Network. ZBet Network has been doing a lot of things lately. So I definitely got to get caught up on ZBet Network. Let's see, where in the heck is... Like I said, it's a lot of new coins out there. Matthew Wallman, what's going on, brother? He said either it will be a huge opportunity or I'll end up being exit liquidity. That's funny, man. That is funny, boy. Hey, everybody's worried, though. Everybody's worried, and nobody wants to be exit liquidity. Being exit liquidity is never the cool thing. Being exit liquidity is never cool. Nobody wants to be exit liquidity. Let's see. How can I... Man, why is this thing tripping? He said hard assets and commodities are historically the only way to rise in a falling economy. Yeah, and that's why people are thinking that Bitcoin would be or may be considered one of those hard assets. One of those store of value assets, aka hard asset. RRK say DCA under the moving averages, it's nowhere. It's not where you buy. Anything is a good buy. In the long term, it's when you sell that matters the most. Woo, you ain't lying about that. I think that is probably one of the most, like I say, it's easy to buy. It's hard to sell. It's hard to sell because we're so greedy. We think, oh, we did a 5X. I'll sell when I do a 10X. Greed will destroy and has destroyed most of us. Being greedy. Being too greedy has destroyed so many people. So that was a great point that the young man mentioned. Do. He said he's hitting a quarter of 50 cents in the real bull run. What the hell is the real bull run? Is there any such thing as a real bull run anymore? Did January 2024 change everything? Spot Bitcoin ETFs got introduced January 2024. Did that change everything? Let's see. Where can I? Okay. Oh, I see. Why am I not getting live? Things got shaken up. Yeah, things did get shaken up a bit. We thought it was going to be shaken up to benefit us. We thought it was going to be something special. But that didn't quite happen. Update, Thomas Sell, crypto. Hold up, man. Something's going on. Oh, man. Oh, I see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. Bugatti say it's hard not to be greedy, my boy. I'm hungrier than a big dog. You ain't lying. It is hard not to be greedy. It's hard not to be greedy, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look like I done messed something up. Let me know if I'm still... Am I still logged in? Did I press the wrong doggone button? Shoot. Yeah, we definitely need that Clarity Act, man. Like I say, I don't know if that was just something that they were dangling over our head, knowing that they could tell us anything and we were willing to accept whatever it is that they were selling us. I mean, Clarity Act sounded good and it still sounds good. It is definitely what we need, but the longer that they don't get the Clarity Act established and the longer that these guys can continue to manipulate us and continue to manipulate the market. We've been seeing it for too long. Been seeing it for too long, man. And like I said, I wonder who's behind Pump Fund. Who was the smart person that created Pump Fund? Who allowed Pump Fund to be created, to be established? You look at all the rules and regulations with all of these sport betting apps came on board. And then immediately after that, we got something called Pump Fund, where you can just have fun pumping a coin. That right there made cryptocurrency a joke. Moonshot, Pump Fund. See, I ain't got my JD today. Got my H2O today. Let's see, how come okay, hold up, man. I'm trying to find something. Content. Visibility. Type. Lives. Can't find it. Matthew say, I'm not selling, just crying about it. I'm buying, actually. Man, it is tough. Tough market that we're in right now because, we just don't know. Are they really trying to bamboozle us? Are they really trying to shake us out? And if they're trying to shake us out, why? Because so many people have left the cryptocurrency market, but like the video earlier said, whenever we enter a bear market, everybody starts to speak bad about cryptocurrency. Whenever we enter a bear market, everybody's saying crypto is dumb. Everybody is doing a doom and gloom video. So just very tough to see the states of the cryptocurrency investors. The retail investors, I think those guys are wore out, exhausted. Let's read some of these comments. See who we got rocking and rolling with us. Matthew say, during market crashes, I sleep like a baby. I wake up every hour and cry. Oh, that's hilarious, blood. That is hilarious. That's the truth, man. It is, during market crashes, it's tough. It's tough to have to stand tall through it all and just take it on the chin like that. Especially you seeing your portfolio get destroyed. You say, damn, I could have went and bought this. I could have went and bought that. James Lowry, what is going on with you, brother? He said Pump Fund is a platform to build meme coins on. Yeah, I know that, but Pump Fund is also a platform to liquidate money out of the market. It's a platform to not steal money, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, it's not a. It shouldn't be associated. If it's associated with cryptocurrency, it makes cryptocurrency look bad. Can you imagine the stock market having a pump fund where stocks are being traded on platform like Pump Fund? Come on now. So that is also destroying the appearance and dimensions of cryptocurrency. He said, yes, when people agree by the hate, sell when people love it. So when people hate Bitcoin, when people hate altcoins, buy it. When people start to love it again, sell it. He said, to be honest, I only trade Dogecoin. Boy, good luck to you. He says, better percentage gains versus Bitcoin. You'll make more money in DC dollar cost than Bitcoin with the same money investment. Oh, Dogecoin. You'll make more money in Dogecoin than Bitcoin with the same money invested, and each Doge will outperform always. Yeah, the markets have been definitely very fragile, especially with the ongoing war that we have been in over the past month or so over there in Iran and the Middle East. So there's definitely a lot of moving parts that we're having to deal with right now while we're in this bear market. That's why I mentioned, I thought if the market was going to dip below $60,000, what better time for that to happen is when a war is occurring. So when the war started and the market kind of stood tall and actually strengthened up, I said, damn, if the market was going to go to $50,000, it would have been right now. And if it had went to $50,000, nobody would have questioned it. Nobody would have had an issue if Bitcoin would have went to $50,000. They would have said, you know what? It's dipping because of the war. It's different because the United States is in the Middle East and is in combat. So that would have been the perfect opportune time for Bitcoin to go to $45,000, $50,000. Nobody would have blinked an eye. But what did Bitcoin do? Bitcoin went to $75,000. When everybody thinking the market's going to go down, Bitcoin goes up. When everybody thinking Bitcoin is going to continue to go up to $130,000, $140,000, $150,000, Bitcoin's tanks down to $60,000. Paying attention to the market movements. Paying attention to the characteristics of the way these markets move is very important. Time and time again, the market will continue to speak with us. XRP is the number 4th largest coin, sitting at $1.43. Market cap of XRP is sitting at $88 billion market cap. BNB Binance coin and XRP is neck and neck. Binance is trying to flip XRP. They keep flipping each other back and forth. He said, not cutting you short, but the stock market does have meme stocks, just like crypto market has meme. Yeah, you're right. I guess the penny stocks are, that's a good point. That's a real good point. The penny stocks are like the meme coins, and I remember we did have the GameStop meme coins, and what other coin was that? We were trading GameStop, and so you're right. You're absolutely right. But I guess in the stock market, it is covered up by so many good stocks. There's so many good stocks like Bitcoin is a good crypto coin, or Bitcoin is not a crypto, whatever they want to say. But I get what you're saying. So you're absolutely right. Shouts out to James Lowry. Attorneys say 200-day moving average is all we can look at right now. When you trade, trust the numbers and leave your emotions out of it. It's math, economics, not shop class or PE. They call them meme stocks. Yeah, that was GameStop, and what it was another stock that we was swing trading, making a bunch of money on last cycle. Yeah, XRP. I think XRP is going to have a awesome bounce back. Like I always mention, XRP has been the only coin that has ever outperformed Bitcoin. The only coin that has ever had a larger market cap than Bitcoin. Take a look at the market cap for Bitcoin right now. We're at $1.4 trillion market cap. XRP is at $88 billion market cap. Ethereum, $259 billion market cap. Understanding we are in Q1 2026. We are in the bear market. So let's not get it twisted. Let's not get too down on ourselves. We are in the bear market. And take a look at this. Nobody talks about the altcoin season index. What the heck is this? What the heck is the altcoin season index, and why is it at 50? Why is the altcoin season index not at like 20 or something like that? What does this mean? Is that something we should be paying attention to? Is that something we should be paying attention to? The altcoin season index. You take a look at the 90-day altcoin season index. The altcoin season index is in blue. So why is it going down? It's based on the market cap. Let's take a look and see if we can make some sense out of this. Altcoin season index. Bitcoin season at 12. Oh, that's the low. Okay, let's see where we at now. See what the hell we got going on. The altcoin season index is at a 50. So it seems like it's starting to scale up. What the heck? He say, do you recommend one? Travis Kelly, what's going on, brother? He's saying, something I've learned about these bear markets, if you can get an AI bot to help you, you will make more than you ever have. Yeah, I've been hearing those AI bots really work. The bear market is where a lot of money is made. Hedge funds and big money houses, users. Yeah, man. Yeah, the big dogs, they don't even really have to open up their portfolio because they use those bots. Those bots know when they get to certain levels, they buy. When they get to certain levels, they sell. That's why you've seen so many coins have a hard time getting established and pumping up, because these bots have really been taking control. Let's see what altcoin season. I'm interested in this damn altcoin season now. Altcoin market cap 962 billion. Altcoin market cap January 2026 was 1.23 trillion, and the altcoin season index was 31. So today the altcoin season index is at 53, and the altcoin market cap is at 1.05 trillion. So the altcoin market cap in the altcoin season index. I see. So this is the altcoin market cap in orange. Altcoin season index is in orange. Altcoin market cap is in blue. There we go. All right, so the altcoin market cap, when it's high, the altcoin season index is low. Not quite making sense to me yet, but it's definitely interesting that we are at 50 for the altcoin season index. Like, we're very close to having the altcoin season. CoinMarketCap altcoin season index page provides real-time insights into whether the cryptocurrency market is currently in altcoin season based on the performance of the top 100 altcoins relative to Bitcoin over the past 90 days, with detailed charts and metrics for tracking market trends and altcoin dominance. You take a look at the top 100 coins performance over the past 90 days. Damn, Bitcoin down 20%. Whew. Top 100 coins down 56%. Ethena, Zcash down 48%. Aave down 36%. Dogecoin down 28%. The coins that are up, Quant is up 1%. A lot of these new coins, you see Render's up. Tile is up 24%. Attorney, I appreciate that, man. Send me some of your folks, man. I'll go on your channel. We'll rock and roll, chop it up. A lot of the new coins. That's why I say it's always good to get into these new coins. These coins haven't been experiencing or have not yet experienced a bull market. The coins that are red, a lot of these coins have already experienced a bull market. Jasmine coin already experienced one. Tezos, Near Protocol, Dash, BitTorrent, Pepe. No, Pepe is new. H-Bar. Just interesting to see the various movements, market cycles. Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance versus Ethereum dominance. 2017, Ethereum dominance was 31%. Wow. Very interesting movements and charts. Take a look at that. See who we got rocking and rolling up here on this wonderful Saturday afternoon. Travis Kelly sent the link to the bots. Attorney Michael said, I just added your live to my community page. I have like 59,000 subscribers. I got you, dude. Shouts out to my man, Attorney Michael Haleen. Appreciate you, brother. Travis Kelly helping out with the bots. That's why I say it's always good to be involved in a community. Nobody's going to be the smartest in the room. What one person does not know, the other person could step in. So Travis Kelly came in and gave us some assistance with the link for the bots. Bot trading is excellent if you get the right app. OG Gotti T300 say the truth shall set you free in 2026 till infinity, no cap. Dollar cost averaging, all that good stuff. H-Bar, XRP, Shiba Inu, Pudgy Penguins. Peter Morton say he is very bullish on Tile. Peter Morton has been a proponent of Tile Bitcoin for a long time. He says the best coin to him right now. Best coin to be in right now. The attorney said, I'm going to check it out later today. I got to prepare for trial on Monday, so I got to bounce. Good luck to your trial, man. Hopefully you win. Your trial on Monday, man. We're rooting for you. Shouts out to the attorney Miguel. Yeah, I'm interested to see how Casper does also. I'm very bullish for Casper come the next cycle. 2028, 2029, I think Casper's going to be a runner. Let's take a look at Casper. I think Casper's going to be a runner. Take a look at Casper right now. Casper's down right now. It did top 2025. It did top about 13 cents. May 2025. Currently, right now, we are below 4 cents, 0.036 cent. I'm talking about extremely low. This is a very low point for Casper. You go back and take a look at the beginning of Casper, which was 2022, the last bear market that we were in. Casper came out, let's call it 0.002. 2 zeros and a 2. Even if you got in during the beginning, you're still up a 10x in Casper. Most time people don't get in early. Some people might have got in at 1 cent, 2 cent in 2023. Hit 1 cent, then it came back down. Okay, so 1 cent is the bottom for Casper. We could call it from 2023, 2020. Okay, 2023. This thing ran up. 2023 got to 5 cents. That's a 5x. Kept on running. Q4 2023 got to 14 cents. Wow. Casper got to 14 cents in 2023. Damn, I didn't know that. Those are great multipliers. Great multipliers. 2024, Casper got to 18 cents. Let's see, where did it top at? 2024 topped at 20 cents. So what did it do in 2025? 2025, it didn't even make a new all-time high. Wow. So Casper did not make. So Casper topped out in 2024. Very interesting. The year of the Bitcoin halving seems to have been the most bullish points. 2024 was more bullish than 2025. These are interesting moments. It's interesting points that we need to really be paying attention to. Interesting points, especially as we go into the next Bitcoin halving, especially as we go into 2028. Like I said, this is the long game. What are we doing right now? We are studying. We're doing homework right now. It's like being online with your classmates and you're doing homework. We're looking at charts. We say, hold up, Casper didn't even make an all-time high in 2025. The year after the Bitcoin halving, Casper did not make a new all-time high. There were so many coins that didn't make a new all-time high the year after the Bitcoin halving. This cycle was different. This Bitcoin halving was different. And we've been talking about that since 2024. Everybody was saying, hey, something looked different. Bitcoin hit a new all-time high, but before the Bitcoin halving, something looked different. A lot of things were taking place and transpiring, and we just sat back and said, something looked different, So, I be with the GOAT. What's going on, brother? You say Coach Casper was the best performer of the last bear market. It's been proven. Yeah, as we can see right now. That thing went from 1 penny all the way up to 19 cent, 2024, 20 cent, 2024. Beautiful 20x. Beautiful 20x. I'd be with the GOAT say Casper is the closest thing to Bitcoin that ever existed. Just look at the facts. Yeah, and you want to get into these coins early, especially coins like Casper. If Casper really start to run and Casper doubles its previous all-time high of 20 cent, Casper get to 40 cent. We're at 3 cent right now. Casper get to 40 cent. What's that? Over a 10x. The market cap is $1 billion market cap. Come on now, who's to say Casper cannot get to $2 billion market cap? It will have to get to $10 billion market cap to do a 10x. But just to double, get to 8 cent, $2 billion market cap. So we're still early. Things are still beat down fairly good. Take a look at last year. What did it top out at? It topped out at 12 cent. Even if it get back to 12, 13 cent, which was the top of 2025, you're talking about a 3x. You're talking about 3x. Nothing wrong with a 3x. I think most of us will hit a flip over 3x. It's been so long since we've seen great multipliers. Even a 3x sound good. And you know us in cryptocurrency, we need to see a 12x, an 8x, but a 3x sounds good right about now. Flea market mixtape, what's going on? What you say? I would say do all you can to stay positioned and alive and well. Got to make it through the gauntlet we're about to go through. We are definitely about to go through some type of gauntlet. Who else we got rocking with us? Brother Kevin say, so we just gonna skip this bull run and wait till 2028? When things are out of your control, all you can do is play the cards that you're dealt. Nothing we can control. We can't control that 2025 got destroyed. But what we can do, we could study it. We could pay attention that, you know what, looked like the top of the market was 2024. Looked like the top of the market was the year of the Bitcoin halving. We talked about how January 2024 things changed. Spot Bitcoin ETF was approved January 10th, 2024. All bets are off. Things completely changed. The shift occurred and we saw it take place from that date all the way through today. Has all been an effect of the spot Bitcoin ETF. Millionaires and billionaires getting into the cryptocurrency market, shuffling things up. So what are we to be looking for in 2028? Should we be expecting the top of altcoins to occur in 2028? I know one thing for sure. If the market do start to pump in 2028, people will be taking profits for sure. People will be taking profits for sure. So that is definitely one of the things that we learn, the importance of profit taking. Very important to take profits. Very important to scale in and very important to scale out. Important to dollar cost average in, and you better believe it, it's very important to dollar cost average out. If you don't exit, you can't make any money. We all made money on paper. We all did exponential gains on paper. Who sold? Who was courageous enough to sell? Who was courageous enough to take profits? Is the question. Like we mentioned before, it is very easy to buy. It is easy to buy Casper right now under 4 cents. What about when Casper gets to 10 cents? Very hard to sell. Think it's going to continue to go. Think it's going to go to 12 cents. Why will I sell at 10 cents? It hit 12 cents. I think it's going to go to 15 cents. Why will I sell at 12 cents? And then it just continues. And before you know it, you will become extra liquidity saying, damn, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. Could have sold it at 12 cents. I should have sold and took profits. You know the rest. So these are learning lessons. These are things that we've seen occur, things that we experienced in the past that we can turn into valuable lessons for sure. Travis Kelly, what is going on? He's saying, I only think The only thing I want to leave enough with is you can run this through AI and fact check. Go to the next comment I put out. Every cycle we have the 3-day cross down. Once it happens, you have 17 to 51 days at the bottom is in. We're now at 23 days. This happens in every cycle like clockwork. Excellent. Excellent information. So he says every cycle we have a 3-day cross down. Once it happens, you have 17 to 51 days and the bottom is in. So right now we're at 23 days. So the bottom could potentially be in. And we all know that. We all know that the bottom could had potentially been February 2nd when Bitcoin dipped down to $60,000. That could have realistically been the bottom. Flea market mixtape say, I would say, okay. Stringer 710, what's going on with you, man? You say the 4-year cycle is still intact. Buy in October, November. No altcoin season. Maybe next time. Yeah, we know we didn't have an altcoin season. But the markets are definitely different. Altcoin season index is at 49. Was just at 50. Will we see a relief rally? Will we see this altcoin season index get to 65, 70? Fear and greed index at 32. Will we see it tick over to 50 before it comes back down to the 20 level? What type of relief rally will we see? The month of March has been better than the previous months. It's still green so far. We did get to $75,000 Bitcoin, which is excellent. Bitcoin did hit 75K March 16th. We started the month off March $66,000. So currently right now we're up $4,000. We was up almost $10,000 when Bitcoin hit $76,000 recently. Brian 415510. What's going on, Brian? Sound like you from the Bay, man. Brian said the entire episode is about a year late. You ain't lying, man. Okay, the entire episode is about a year late. That means for altcoin season may have happened a year early. Altcoin season may have happened in 2024. That's when our portfolios were extra heavy. That's when our portfolios were extra large in 2024. I'm talking about my portfolio was, whew. Boy, I had a lot of money in my portfolio in 2024. I'm talking about, my bag was heavy. So, Brother Brian saying the episode is about a year off, about a year late. We waited a year too late. 2024 was our time. Now that we know the shift happened January 10th, 2024, when the spot Bitcoin ETFs were approved. Things change. So that is something that I'm going to be paying attention to going forward. Travis Kelly say this threw everyone off 1 year on the bull run. This is potentially, just go look, there's 2 bottoms. If you choose the second, it makes 2026 the year of the real bull, and 2025 was the year of ETF. Wow. Very interesting, man. That man, Travis Kelly, he's preaching today. He say this threw everybody off 1 year on the bull run. This is potentially, he say, just go look, there's 2 bottoms. If you choose the second, it makes 2026 the year of the real bull, and 2025 was the year of the ETF. That's deep. You definitely got to break that down, but that's definitely possible. That's why I say when everybody could be thinking that 2026 is going to be doom and gloom, Travis Kelly say, man, this could turn into something else. This could turn into something else. You take a look at Casper. Casper is under 4 cents. We know how closely Casper is compared to Bitcoin. Casper sitting at $1 billion market cap. Some of these coins you gotta throw that pole out there. You gotta go fishing. You gotta get into these poles while they're early. You gotta put your baits out there. And sometimes you gotta let it sit. You gotta let it sit. You don't know when the market is going to turn around. Travis Kelly said a 4-year cycle is still here. One thing I want everyone to look at is we had the double bottom. Everyone counted the first bottom as our bottom, which was wrong. That bottom came from China banning Bitcoin. Seems like every cycle China want to ban crypto and Bitcoin. HTTR all day. What is going on with you, boy? He said, what's going on, Stockman? I'm glad to catch the live. Yeah, I do the pops up. I go live every now and then. I'm like, man, let me tap in with my people on this beautiful Saturday. Let me see what my people is out here doing as we continue to speculate and wondering what the heck is going on with cryptocurrency. What type of things should we be expecting in cryptocurrency? But we know that we are somewhere near the bottom. Whenever people start to come out and everybody start to talk bad about cryptocurrency, everybody start to talk bad about Bitcoin, we typically know that we're somewhere near the bottom. So bring on all the hate, bring on all the bad talks, all the bad videos about cryptocurrency. We love it. We're going to embrace it. That right there is just an indication of telling us that, you know what, we somewhere near the bottom. I could go and pull up some old videos from 2022 and we can see these same market sentiments. We can see these same discussions in 2022. Bitcoin is not going to do nothing. Cryptocurrency is doom and gloom. Why are you still in cryptocurrency? These are some of the talking points of 2022. When Bitcoin was $16,000, $17,000, $18,000 before it went up to $126,000. When there's fear in the market, I'm learning to embrace it. I'm learning to take a chill pill, relax, and eat it up. And have patience enough for it to grow. Don't think that it's going to happen overnight, but have patience enough for the market to allow it to grow. HTTR say, man, I've been stacking while the weirdos was selling. I've been here before and not going to miss out. Experience is so important. My brother said he'd been here before. I done seen this play out before. I'm not going to fall for the okie doke this time. Shouts out to HTTR. Star Dog, what's going on? Would you say there'll be a bull run when people like Travis Kelly and bearish and predicting we go lower? If Travis Kelly said that we're in a bear market, that's when we're going to be in a bull market, huh? Okay. Peter Morton say all they're going to do is make another meme to drain the lit. Now, that'll be horrible if they make. But like I said, we got to be careful because a meme coin could come in all different forms. A meme coin don't even have to be called a meme coin, and it could be a scam coin, aka meme coin, and it could really drain the liquidity. Small Good Decisions X, what's going on with you, brother? He say, I believe Ethereum is having its Bitcoin at 20K moment this year. Adoption is too high and tokenization on private equity is expected by year end. That's a good point. That's why I say don't count Ethereum out. We've seen Ethereum lay idle. We've seen Ethereum play possum before. Don't count old man Ether out. We're at 2,100 right now. June 2025, Ethereum was right here at the same point. $2,228. We did see Ethereum go down to $1,500 or maybe 1,400, $1,472 on April 8th, 2025. April 8th, 2025, Ethereum got to $1,400. We understand what was going on then. We understand that that was Liberation Day. All the tariff talks and the markets were scared. Ethereum went down to $1,400. We thought, oh man, Ether would never recoup, would never recover. Maybe thought he would even go lower than that. But as you can see, went all the way up to $4,800. These were fear levels. Some of us were buying the fear. Some of us were running and selling the fear. These are lessons that we have to take with us. Whenever we see that there's fear, I'm running to the fear. When I see that there's fear, I get courageous. I get powerful. I say, you know what? Here I come. Run that doggone thing up. Take profits is very important. Profit taking is very important. Double your money, maybe 3x your money. 1,400 to 4,800, that's like a 3x. Do I keep holding or do I take profits? Oh, the market's supposed to keep on going up. Okay, but at least let me take some profits. At least let me take my initial investment out and just play with the house money. That is how we have to continue to play. These are the lessons that we have learned. So, old man Ether, I'm a huge Ethereum proponent. Legacy tier strategies, what's going on? He say nothing's matter until clarity acts. Simple as that. Yeah, but like I said, you don't want to have to wait until these things happen before you make your move. You want to strategize. You want to be prepared before it happened, because once it happened, the market could shoot all the way up. And if you're not in it right now, you're not preparing before, you may be one of the ones having the fear of missing out and having to buy at levels that you should not be buying at. HTTR say, Peter, I can see that happening with Trump, but that's what he's about. Shaking my head. I don't buy that mess. TYS98, what's going on? He say, talk about the time you changed your life for crypto, and was it during altcoin season? It was during altcoin season, man. 2021. Altcoin season 2021. We had a huge time in altcoin season 2021, and then we had a huge time in 2024, which theoretically we didn't think it was altcoin season, but now that we looking back, that's when altcoins were performing their best. That's when we were in making great money off of AIOZ network and turbo coins and so forth and so on. So it technically wasn't the altcoin season, but it looked like it may have been because of the shift of the spot Bitcoin ETFs in January 2024. Like some of the gentlemen said, the market shifted. It may have been moved up. Altcoin season was moved up. 4-year Bitcoin cycle is still intact. We hit new all-time high the year after the Bitcoin halving, which is normal, which is supposed to happen. Immediately after that, the year after that, the bear market comes. That's where we are right now, 2026. This is supposed to happen. We've seen Bitcoin dip down to $60,000 in February 2026. That is to be expected. Bitcoin got cut in half by more than 50%. That's to be expected. And people are speculating that it may even dip below that. So let's see who else we got. He said turbo pumping. Oof. See what Turbo doing. It's been a minute since we've seen. Oh, look at old Turbo. That's funny. Damn. What the? See, this is what I'm talking about. You get these coins while they trade sideways, and when these things start to recover, you'll be rewarded. You'll be looking a little smart. You'll be looking a little smart. Look at Turbo. Get the count turbo out. Look at that. Look at that candle. Wow. Look how it's just trading sideways. The whole month of March was since March 18th. That thing beat down. Beat down. All it takes is one day. One move, one candle. Boom. That thing shooting like a son of a gun. Good Lord. Look at that. Look at that. God. That's a beauty. Same thing happened here. Earlier in March 2026. Same thing happened. Pay attention to the characteristics. This doggone thing spiked straight up. March 12th. March 13th. March 13th came back down. March 14th, that thing right back. Kept on bleeding out. So, what did we learn from this pump? We learned from this pump, you better take profits. If you was being patient and holding, that doggone thing run up, you better take some profits. Is what I would be doing. This thing continue to run, I'm going to open up my portfolio. And I'm going to take some profits out. But when we were in, turbo is different from when it was when we were in it. We were in turbo when it was in 2023, 2024. We got into turbo very early. Fortunately, we made a lot of gains off turbo. I've seen turbo go up 400% in one day. We talking about celebrating? Oh, I'll never forget that day. Me and my son was looking. We say, Dad, it's still going up. Man, we were trying to sell. Those were the days, man. Those were the days. Look at that thing still running up. Oh, Turbo Coin. Still on COINBASE. When all those exchanges was adopting turbo, man, we thought turbo was going to shoot through the roof. Philip Truzant, good looking out, brother. Kenny say, mine Bitcoin in Kansas. Our company keeps expanding and our dollar cost averaging every hour. Travis Kelly say, instead of you poking that, go fact check what I said and follow the data. Nah, hey, Travis Kelly, you the truth, man. Well, you the truth. He said, I've lived through bear markets and they're all the same. This is no different at all so far. We will go lower than anyone thinks. Ethereum will go to $200. Come on, man. Ethereum not going to $200, brother. If it does, you better believe everybody is going to be buying it up. If Ethereum go to $200, can you imagine what the other altcoins have to get down to? So that's the logic on that one is not quite there. Stardog XYZ. He say altcoins 4-year cycles have failed. We're going down, down, down. Hey, whenever Stardog get to talking like that, hey, that means we're in a bear market. You better start buying. Travis Kelly say, so have I and Ethereum would not go to $200, the equity flow was stopped. Every bull market we had, we were printing mad money. We haven't done that yet, but we will. The USA has no choice. The big print is next. Ooh. Yeah, we haven't turned the money printers on yet in 2025. We didn't turn them on. He said, yeah, I agree. The print will come, but not before we've gone down much lower. Travis said, yes, we are going lower, but for the bottom, as I stated, 17 to 51 days after the 3-day cross, we're at day 23. I'm still bullish. No one will want to buy Ethereum at 200 either. Man, please. People are going to buy Ethereum all the way down. They're going to dollar cost average all the way down. It's at $2,000 right now, man. So to see it get to The market cap for Ethereum, $260 billion. That means Ethereum market cap would have to go to $26 billion market cap. Ethereum would have to be the size of Tron. Come on, bro. Make it make sense. That turbo run is beautiful, man. It's always good to see. Uh-oh. See the curve down. You know, people will take profits. See that thing run up like that? People are going to be taking profits. And rightfully so. You see green candles like that. He said, you know, as far as that comment about Ethereum and 200, I would keep my distance on this one because we don't know where these chains are going, the bank chains. Yeah, definitely some tough times that we are seeing, especially with these markets, way the markets are moving. Nobody is really knowing what direction these things are going in. So we just gonna kick back and watch how things play themselves out. Turbo coin is the coin of the day that everybody is watching and paying attention to. We're gonna see what type of performance Turbo coin has. We looked at it and seen how it played out after the pump March 12th. Now we're having another pump March 21st. Is this a sign that Turbo coin could be ready to pump? That Turbo coin could be ready to run. We had a pump March 12th. Now we're having another one right now. I don't know. All we can do is take a look at the characteristics of what this coin is doing. Look at it right now. This thing is beat down in a nasty way. He say folks will be scared to buy at $200 like folks that's always claiming they wish they would have bought more at low prices. Yeah, people always. When Bitcoin was $120,000, people, man, I wish I could have got into Bitcoin when it was $70,000. Bitcoin hit 70K, nobody buy it. Even Travis Kelly say he think the bottom of Bitcoin is gonna be 42 to 52K. Everybody think it's gonna be below 60. So if that's the case, maybe 60 was the bottom. If everybody think it's gonna hit below 60, 60 may have been the bottom. HTTR say that's why I stick to ISO and finance coins, because that day when full adoption go live through credit unions and banks and be set already. Yeah, definitely a lot of things are moving. Adoption with a lot of these ISO coins is a real thing. July 2025, Turbo Coin 0.006. Wow, look at that. Sheesh. That thing hit about a penny and a half. 2024 was awesome. 2024 was explosive. Let's take a look at ZBEC Network, see what ZBEC, look at ZBEC on the past week. ZBEC doing its thing, up 30% on the past week. Up 30% on the past week. Say ZBEC has recently delivered a strong impulse move on the upside, breaking out to its prior consolidation range and pushing into key resistance zones. Wow. This is a great looking weekly chart for ZBEC Network, sitting at 0.0025. Market cap, $257 million market cap, sitting at the 119th largest coin. Look at that. Look at that breakout. The charts don't lie. Look at that breakout. That's a breakout. Remember earlier what we were looking at? We were looking at this. Altcoin season is at 50 over 100. Don't let this fly over your head. You take a look at this. You take a look at other indicators. And when you put it all in the pot and mix it together, could it be altcoin season coming? I read a couple of folks' comments saying that we are like a year off. Shit, man, you better be in position. You better be ready. Looking at Turbo, we just looked at Turbo. We see Turbo is really trying to do some type of breakouts. March 12th, it tried. Today, March 21st, it's trying. Take a look at ZBET Network. Look at this doggone thing over the past month. Sideways action. Sideways action. And then pop. Look at that. March 20th. March 19th. Paying attention to what the market is telling us. Paying attention to what the market is telling us. We could all act like we the smartest in the room, but you don't want to think that you're smarter than what the market is telling you. Are we getting ready for altcoin season? Why is the altcoin season index 50 over 100? What does that mean? What does that mean? Yeah, I know the year after Bitcoin hit its all-time high, but we hit the bottom. We hit the bottom beginning of February. We hit $60,000. Are we done? Was that the bottom? Look at how these coins performing. What other coins are performing and looking like they are trying to break out? Altcoin season index looking like it is trying to break out. Fear and greed index looking like it is trying to break out. Bitcoin recently hit $75,000, $76,000. Look like it is trying to break out. Everybody is thinking doom and gloom. Everybody is thinking we're getting ready to go below 60. But could something else be getting ready to happen also? Travis Kelly saying, I'll say below 60 because 58K is a nice support bar. But the banks and retirement funds are counting on most of us thinking this cycle will be the same. They dump the clutch when we're not looking. Yeah, Turbo is pumping for sure. HTTR say ZBEC will be massive within the next few years. People will realize once it's in the higher billions of market cap. Follow the data. Wow. Stardog is very bearish. Stardog say he probably going to bottom at $25,000. $10,000 above the previous bottom. Excruciating pain. Dougie Fresh, what's going on, brother? Doug 7696 say I love the new look coach set up for success like XCN. Goliath launch in a few days on March 27th. Buckle up, we're about to ride. See, That's what I'm talking about. Look like things are starting to come together for altcoins. Everybody was down and out on altcoins. Altcoins let everybody down in 2025. We had great explosions for altcoins in 2024, but altcoins let everybody down for 2025. So could we be seeing a recovery for 2026? Everybody's talking about the XCN and the Goliath moves platform. See what XCN is looking like. Let's see if XCN is trying to have a breakout similar to what these other coins over the past week. So even XCN, you take a look at February, XCN 0.004, March hit. We had a spike. On March 5th, XCN tried to do something. Pull back, correction. Guess what happened? XCN tried to do something again on March 10th. Pull back. March 15th, March 14th, boom, XCN popping. Boom, XCN popping. March 15th. Look at that. XCN is trying to have a breakout also. We're seeing these altcoins trying to have breakouts. Bullish on XCN, just 6 days left for the Goliath launch. Everybody's talking about the Goliath launch with XCN. He said I'm bullish on XCN. It's just a few days out, March 27th, and I'm ready. I'm already convinced and also seeing results that Goliath mainnet will bring big positive impact on XCN ecosystem. Or is this just a reflection of the month of March being green? Finally seeing a little bit of green in the markets, and altcoins are having some green spurts as well. Travis Kelly said, I was eyeing 31,000 as a bottom at one time. We still have one more leg down. If we follow the path, this pump has to be believable, so everyone will dump their money in, then boom. Man, that's tough. But look at some of these coins trying to have a breakout. Let's pull up a random coin. Pull up Quant. See what Quant is. Look at Quant. Over the past month, Quant's trying to have a breakout. So altcoins are trying to have a breakout also. Don't overlook some of the things that are happening. This is a real thing. Let's take a look at the crypto bubbles and see what's going on with the crypto bubbles. You take a look at the crypto bubbles on the hour, on the day. The past day, the crypto bubbles are green. It's fairly good, fairly decent, but we've been seeing a lot of coins over the past month that have been very bullish. Let's see how the crypto bubbles are looking over the past month. Past month we're fairly green, kind of red, so it's like mixed. You see ZBEC Network 22% over the past month. Dog we've had red, so a lot of red. So let's look at the past week. It's like split. It's like splits. So that's interesting. So not the entire market is not super green. That's what we're waiting to see. We want to see the day where the entire market, I'm talking about bloodshot green. We've seen days like that to where the overall market is just green. It's just running up. So that's what I want to see. I want to go to the crypto bubbles and see everything just bloodshot green. I'm talking about not maybe see one red bubble, and that's about it. So that day, I believe, is right around the corner, is going to come. It's only a matter of time that we're going to see more relief rallies, if that's what we want to call it. Yeah, I think Quant's going to rip it during the next cycle also, right along with Casper and some of the other coins that are beat down and are at great levels and great opportunities right now. Look at Quant, $61 the beginning of March. Golly. $56 Quant, February 5th. Whew. Top of Quant, September 2021, about $380. Wow. Quant's not even a $1 billion market cap yet. He say folks just don't know what's coming with Quant. Well, you can say that for Quant, Casper, ZBet Network, a lot of the altcoins that we're holding and waiting to have awesome recoveries. People just don't know. Kenny C, what's going on with you, brother? You say, I like Dash, I like Zcash, and Litecoin. I feel you, Dash. I think Dash is going to have a great performance. Also, we've seen what Zcash most recently just did. That's why profit taking is very important. Travis Kelly says, stock, have you seen the partnerships with, or that ICP has just got? It's for AI support. This could be another sleeper everyone thinks is a failure. I have not seen the ICP partnership. He said, I know they're getting Amazon. I'm about to check that out. Christopher Roberts, what's going on, brother? He said, fear on the Wall Street, bringing money into crypto. Dougie Fresh said, Coach, can you pull up the Bitcoin rainbow chart? Looks like Bitcoin is about to go parabolic. HTTR all day said, when CBDCs go live in other countries, folks will see what Quant. Well, they're really trying to not allow CBDCs to be a thing. Let the Then they have all these tokenized assets. That's a new thing. A lot of the companies are playing heavily with the tokenized assets, tokenizations, Amazon, Google, NVIDIA, Microsoft. So that's going to be a whole nother play that nobody is really talking about. Okay, very interesting, man. I mean, you can't deny what the market is telling you over the past month. Look at Bit and Sword Towel. Look at Bit and Sword Towel. Take a look. Take a look at what Bit and Sword Towel has done over the past month. Up 50%. Who would not take that? Who would not take that? Towel is currently the number 30th largest cryptocurrency in the world, almost at $3 billion market cap. Total supply is $21 million in comparison to Bitcoin. That's why folks like Peter Morton love Tao. He said Amazon is about to build the largest AI plant in the world behind my house in North Carolina. They're not trying to allow it here in the States, but other countries it's coming. Wow. They're working on it. CBDCs are banned till 2030 in the United States, so I'm expecting it to be be a full rollout in 2033 to 2036. HTTR say Japan and Brazil are two of the countries it's coming to. Wow. That's going to be huge, man, because we all know that AI, artificial intelligence, is the future. So there's no other way to cut it. That's a real thing. But up 54% in 1 month, that's huge. That is huge. Don't underestimate what those numbers are saying. Mm. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. How come my updates are not? Refresh. Yeah, you really got to watch the government. A lot of times they will keep a lot of information from you that they don't want you to use to better yourself. So you really have to pay attention to when they do deny things. You got to ask yourself why. Why they're denying this? Why are they not approving Amazon to do this AI compilation that they're trying to build? So really got to ask yourself why. But these coins are looking good, man. Over the past week, past month, cryptocurrency is looking good. We know Bitcoin has had a fairly decent recovery. See what Chainlink did. Over the past week, past month, Chainlink's up 7% over the past week. Ooh, it did have a nice pump. Ran up over $10. Now it's back down to $9. Let's take a look. Oof. But when you zoom out, everything is still beat down. Just because something pumped over the past month don't mean that you still don't have an opportunity to buy. You take a look at the top. $26, the top of 2025. We're at $9 right now. We're at $9 right now. I'm talking about the market. When I saw Chainlink get to $10, I got excited. We're at $9 right now. $9 Chainlink right now. 2021, we know Chainlink did get to about $50. He said, all I can say is 1993 all over, 1933 all over again. You talking about the Great Depression. He said it will be extremely bad. People need Bitcoin and a few other coins, and that's it. If you don't have any, you will get a monthly supplement payment. Cool. But we see everything getting squeezed. Everybody's talking about how their finances is so tight. People making When they say you make $100,000 and that still ain't nothing, that's how you know the economy. I mean, there's something's going on. The value of the dollar we know is in the tank, but there's something going on. Government is really trying to control everything that we do. We're definitely seeing some changes. We're seeing some things occur. Be poor, be happy, and own nothing. Wow. Ooh. The Great Depression. That's what the Great Depression is. Be poor, be happy, and own nothing. Cold game. Will Bitcoin be one of the only things standing? $70,000, 364. You take a look at the Bitcoin chart since day one. You see how it's played out. Always made higher high. Now, when the day come that Bitcoin don't make a higher high, game over. Game over. But Bitcoin has always stood the test of time. Bitcoin has always stood solid and stood tall through it all. So we are going to expect Bitcoin to continue to stand solid and continue to stand tall through it all. This is the long game that we're playing. We're not worried about short-term moves, any of that stuff, even though this short-term move that we're seeing right now is awesome. Look like another. Yep. So that's what we got going on right now. Taking a look at Bitcoin. Continue to watch how Bitcoin plays out. Over the past week, we are down from that $75,000, $76,000 point, but we're still at $70,000, which is excellent. We know we did hit $60,000 beginning of February. February 5th was the date. So hopefully that was the bottom. We started off the month of January. $88,000 we started off the month of January. Went from $88K to $60,000 in 2026. Was that down $28,000 in a matter of a month? That's huge. That is huge, especially for those of us who own multiple Bitcoins. That's huge. But the same way it goes down, it can go up. We was at 60,000, now we're at 70,000, so we up 10,000. Last week we were at 75, 76,000, so we're not worried about short-term moves. This is the long game that we're playing. We know that we're going to see higher than $126,000 in 2028 or 2029. The value of Bitcoin will be more than $126,000. That's what we do know. So we just going to continue to watch how this thing play out. Nobody's going to get overexcited. We're just going to continue to play our cards accordingly. If anything does run up, going to be taking profits. When it come back down, we'll get back in. But we've learned so many lessons, especially the importance of profit taking. So I appreciate y'all for hanging out with your boy. Appreciate y'all for spending a little bit of your Saturday afternoon with your boy Stock Holiday. And that's all I got for you on